A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this session, I'm going to be talking about the title, Leave, Darling, Leave. And in the twin flame journey, this leave, darling, leave is very, very, very important. Because a twin flame is stuck in this dilemma many times. Because they have this strong, issue where they keep going back to the old negative zone again and again. It's like when somebody gets abused and they try to get out of that circle of abuse, they don't do it in one go. They do it once, then they go back to the old ways, then they do it again, they come back again. Because what happens is that every time you try to get out of the circle of abuse, now, abuse is not necessarily only physical abuse. Abuse is emotional, mental, there's gaslighting, a lot of things happen. And it's very important to know that how you do one thing is how you do everything. If you are in your love life, if your love life is doomed, for example, you keep attracting the same type of people over and over and over again. Every time you get into a relationship, it's the same type of person. And every time when you start, it doesn't look like that person. Okay? So, it's because you are not able to leave a certain loop. And you're not able to lose also a certain type of cycle. Okay? So, in order to do that, you need to get out of that loop or that cycle fully. Because if you don't, then something will happen and it will force you to think that I need to get out of it. So when you are getting into a relationship, when you are entering a relationship, don't enter a relationship because you think that it is going to complete you in some way. Like if you meet a nice man or a nice woman and you like that person likes you, but you are getting into a commitment because there is something which is missing in your life, which is not complete in your life, and if they enter your life, you feel that it will become perfect. Okay, well then how you do one thing is how you do everything. If you are going to work things around with this mentality, then it will sooner or later affect other things, because you are not fully having faith and trust in the universe. You are thinking that maybe, if I take this particular step, and you're not taking that step because you're 100% confident of yourself, but you feel that, 70% I'm there, 80% I'm there, the remaining 30 to 20%, it will be done when I have this person in my life, Because you don't know that you could be attracting that person in your life who is looking perfect right now, but they may also be having that 30 to 20% missing in them according to them. Because you always calculate a little bit, we don't calculate properly. If we are saying it's 30 to 20%, then definitely it is somewhere around 40 to 50%. Okay, we don't see all the loopholes or all the problems fully. So they are coming with their codependency and you're going in with your codependency, and together two codependent people cannot make an independent relationship. To make an independent relationship or an interdependent relationship, you need to be an independent person, completely independent person who does not need anyone or anything to complete them in any way, form or shape. Okay, so you are attracting a certain version of your twin flame, which is what I tell some people, that you have not attracted your twin flame fully because you are not a twin flame fully right now. Because if your twin flame is your mirror, actually if it's your mirror, then the mirror is going to show you whatever the mirror sees in front of it. Mirror can only reflect. Mirror cannot create another image. Mirror cannot imagine an image. Mirror cannot do any of those things because mirror is not capable of doing that. Okay. So the mirror will show you whatever it sees, and if you don't like what you see, then you don't like what you see means you don't like you. It's not the problem of the mirror. It's not about the mirror. The mirror is just simply performing its role. Okay? But when you enter, in that zone, in that space, first you are not even willing to look at the mirror. You are just happy that a mirror is there. Okay? It's there. Somebody is there. You're all dressed up. You're all, ready, excited. And that's how you go about it actually. But later on, step by step, one by one, day by day, week by week, month by month, when the passion gets over, when the sexual desire is getting over, when you have had too much, of intimacy, you stopped all your work, you let go everything. Months and months and sometimes weeks go by when people are involved in these activities. And when they are done with it because there's nothing to do, the exchange has happened, the sexual exchange has happened, the physical exchange has happened. If there's some other barter that they've done, that has already taken place. Now what is left? What is left is the person that's in front of the mirror, the person who has not done complete inner work. Now it is also true that ascension is a lifestyle, okay, and marriage, birth and death. These are the three things that are predestined by God. And the reason why we want you to study the lives of the cardinal twin flames, that is Ram and Sita, Shiva and Parvati, and Radha and Krishna. Why we don't tell you to study the life of Vishnu and Lakshmi is because Vishnu and Lakshmi in the higher dimensions are basically just rejuvenating and relaxing. When they come down to planet Earth as Radha and Krishna or as Ram and Sita, or they give out their DNA to the twin flame. Some of the twin flame, I would say very few twin flames on this planet Earth have the DNA of Lakshmi and Vishnu, They are like their children, you can say the seeds are in them. So they are always sent or they always come here because they are already relaxing and rejuvenating in Vaikunth. And as I always say, your lok is your parlok, which means till the time your lok, which is your, earthly life, till the time you don't fix it. Like your earthly life, the dimension that you're in right now, your vibration in this dimension should be equal to your vibration in the higher dimension. Okay? The vibration should not be any different. Whether you live on earth or whether you live on whatever higher dimension, your vibration has to be the same. So obviously you're going to create your own ecosystem, your own, wonderful paradise or your own, whatever you want to call it, aura around you, wherever you are. Okay. And then that you will carry forward with you in afterlife, or again, you can call it whatever way you want to call it. There are some beings, now I'm not going to deviate from this subject because, this is a very, very deep subject. I can actually go so deep into it, But I want to stick to the twin flames right now because this channel is more focused on twin flames. For metaphysical content, you can subscribe to Ramayana and Mahabharata Diaries. In Hindi, we have Ram Katha, or you can look for Jai Jai Ram channel, or in English, Ramayana and Mahabharata Diaries. So this should have all the metaphysical content that you're looking for with the base of Ramayana and Mahabharata. Okay. However, there are so many stories in Puranas, and Upanishads is something that everyone should study. Ved and Vedant, you can also study that aspect, but I think if you are very deep into Ramayana and Mahabharata, automatically a lot of things will start making sense to you, because there are certain stories that are created in such a way that every story, there is a nectar in a story, and storytelling is the best way to give out some kind of a message. Storytelling, that's why people love stories, and that's why the reptilians also use stories. You can read some amazing actual twin flame stories which were channeled to me, and they were channeled in a quite mystical way. I met some of those people in 3D reality, and some of them were connected to those people, and they sort of transferred the story through those people. Some of them had passed over also. Anyway, so those stories are in the book called In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate. And this has 5 twin flame stories, 5 twin flame dynamics, which are commonly seen on planet Earth. I channeled these stories in 2009 and 2010, between that time, and then 2011 is when it was properly out there for people, and obviously for those people who are in that vibration. So the storytelling is very important, because through the story, the seeds are transferred and in your mind, because your mind is already corrupted, your mind is already polluted, it does not have the right seeds, okay? That's why we say there are so many cells in your body, because the meaning of cell is prison. There are so many cells in your body, they have so much information in it. So we need to put the right seeds in it so that it can actually break through the prison, and because these seeds are very powerful seeds, okay? When you read the stories in the book In the Name of Love, it will give you some kind of energy. You will have some kind of confidence. Some people have read those stories 100 times over. And those who love those stories have very, very positive and happy relationships in their lives. Some of them have even told me that, that I read this book so many times. I read the stories over and over and over and over and over again. So the idea is to tell people that the love that you're seeking, the love that you're looking outside of you, the love is actually within you, okay? The more you're going to look outside, the more you're going to go further away. Like the musk deer. The musk deer is in the forest, and it has this beautiful fragrance which is called musk, and the perfume is made out of it. So the hunters keep looking for the musk deer because they want to kill the deer, and in the stomach of the deer there's a packet, sort of a packet which has this perfume in it, stored in it. So they look for that deer, and they use the fragrance only to look for the deer. Now the deer is completely confused. The deer does not know where is this fragrance coming from. So it keeps roaming in the whole forest looking for it, despite the fact that it's in his own body, his or her own body. So by looking for it, constantly looking for it, the deer finally steps out of the woods where the hunters are already waiting for it, and they kill the deer and they obtain the perfume, the fragrance, which obviously they sell to make money out of it, which is very expensive fragrance, by the way. Just in case any one of you is fond of the musk perfume, please remember that it is actually made out of a dead animal which was hunted, which was sort of tortured, had to live in fear for many, many days, and there's so much pain and trauma in obtaining that perfume. If there's an artificial perfume, of the same, it's alright. Every being carries a vibrational stamp. Everyone has their own unique energy system. So when we use these type of products, fur coats or perfumes or belts made from someone's skin, please remember they were skinned alive, or they were killed, brutally tortured for those products to be obtained. So if you spray it on your body, or if you wear it on your body, you can imagine what type of traumatic energy you are carrying around with you. I honestly did not know about this. Once I was traveling to some place, and it was, I had to go back to Delhi. That place was a bit warm, and the weather in Delhi was a bit too cold at that time. So a friend of mine, she gave me a jacket. She said, okay, I don't usually wear this jacket because it's so hot here in our city. So you take this jacket and it will keep you warm. I said, okay. The jacket was actually quite warm. It was a good jacket, I think. But after some time, after wearing it for an hour or so, I had a very bad headache. So, but I did not, think too much about it. I just took a medicine and went off to sleep once I reached my place, and I took off the jacket. Then after 2 days, I wore it again. Again, I had a headache. Again, I took it off. Then third time, it happened like the moment I would wear the jacket, the headache would happen. Now, I honestly did not know it was happening because of the jacket, but I have this habit of asking questions. So I just ask questions, used to ask questions back in those days. I would not direct them to my angels or my masters. I would just throw the question in the air. So I just threw that question like, why am I getting this headache again and again? Like, what have I done? And the moment I said that, I felt like taking off the jacket. I took off the jacket and I threw it on the floor, and suddenly I saw that it was made of heavy duty fur, like proper fur. The outside was obviously cloth and it was a hoodie kind of a jacket. So from the outside it looked like any normal jacket, okay? But inside, especially in the back and in the front, this heavy duty fur was there, which otherwise would have kept anyone warm and happy. But because of my sensitive energy, because of the way I read energy from other people, probably I was getting onto the traumatized energy. Imagine it's a fur coat, and I don't buy fur coats or these. I remember when we were really young, the leather jackets were big time in fashion, everyone wanted a leather jacket. So I also wanted a leather jacket, but no one knew that this leather jacket, this leather, where is this leather coming from? It's actually coming from an animal who was skinned alive for it, So just imagine that the twin flames and star seeds and light workers are so sensitive. You may not even know what is causing you the problem actually. You might not know, but you need to investigate. So if you want a change in your lifestyle, in your relationship, then you need to bring out a radical change in your lifestyle. And you need to be very confident about it, and you need to be very sure about it. Because when you enter into a relationship or you enter into a commitment, say you are a mission-oriented person and you have already found your mission, and you did not commit to people or anyone, one single person, say, only because you said that, my mission is more important. Now that level of commitment we don't see in so many people, but then there are such people also. Say you are not committing to someone because maybe you did commit to other people in the past and they were like, not very happy about your mission. On the contrary, they tried to take you away from it. Now, some people think that mission is to open up an NGO or, do something formally. That's not entirely true. Your mission could be just, some kind of spiritual work you do, some kind of natural work you do. Say, ever since you were a child, you always wondered about processed food, You always thought, why can't we grow food? Why do we have to buy food from the market? As you started growing up, you started researching more and more about it. And by the time, you started doing a job, it started haunting you even more. Like, why do I have to go to work every day? Why can't I just get a piece of land and, grow some food on it? And then everyone would tell you that, oh, then how will you manage the expenses? How are you going to raise your family? How are you going to do this or going to do that? And you were like, no. So you were struggling with it, and now your mission in your life is to grow vegetables. And since you did not own a piece of land or you did not have any resources, you probably started from home, you started from your own small balcony or a small terrace that you had. You started growing little bit. First you tried with some veggies in the pots, and then you grew to some boxes. Then you started growing some other veggies that could be grown indoors, maybe mushrooms. I'm just giving, random ideas to you guys. Like, some people do it. I read about them. So and then finally, you saved enough money. You bought a small piece of land. You quit your job and you toiled in the sun, or you did whatever you had to start growing your food. That could be your mission. Now, it seems like a very small mission. Like, what is this? Just you want to grow food. But, coming from a family background where, you are not supported at all, where you're told that you're an absolute idiot for leaving a well-paying job, for leaving so many facilities and amenities just to buy a small piece of land and, grow your own whatever vegetables. How are you going to live your life and this and that? But you basically, You basically deny all those things and you just say, no, I'm going to stay focused. And while you're doing that, you get into a relationship. So already you are mission oriented and you get into a relationship, and every time you get into a relationship, it never works out because the person who you are dating is opposed to that idea in some way, or they are quite materialistic and they are not with you on the same zone. So something or the other happens, they make you negative, or they again do the same thing that your narcissistic family was doing to you, or your other problem creators were doing to you. So you decide that, what, I'm not gonna do this. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to do my inner work, and I'm going to work on my mission day and night, I'm going to do what it takes. You start your own YouTube channel about it, and you start, maybe you write something about it in the local papers, or you try your own things, and slowly and gradually, maybe it takes you a decade, maybe 2 decades to do that. When you started out, you were probably a 20-year-old person, and now you're a 40-year-old person. I'm not sure who all are listening to this and who all are resonating with this. Maybe it is actually someone's story, I'm channeling someone's life, So now you're 40, 45, you may have had so many options to date people, because, once you get into the mission and you start getting successful, you become more and more attractive. You get into the zone of illumination. Maybe your old lover, some old partner who, ran away from you or who rejected you or whatever, they come back to you and they are like, what, I made a mistake, I got married to someone else, and now I think you're the person for me. And you're like, no man, I cannot accept you the way you are. You're unhealthy, you eat processed food, you drink alcohol, you smoke a lot of cigarettes, whatever, I'm just saying you can give those things. I'm just getting this info and I'm just, relaying it, guys. Whoever matches with it. Or you have a similar kind of a story, but the mission is different, then also, it might match to you. So this does not mean that you're not successful in your twin flame journey, because some of the people think that the union has a lot to do with the marriage or engagement. But I've been telling people the union is about mission, because the day you get aligned with your mission on planet Earth, you also become very powerful. You start generating resources and you start looking at it like a, like a game. Like, you don't look at it like I cannot do this, it's so difficult. No, you are like, I'm going to do it and let's see how it goes. You start enjoying the process of it, like how when a chef cooks a dish, when the dish is not even ready, he doesn't say the dish has to be like this or oh my god. He's just cutting the vegetables, he's just preparing the soup, he's preparing the table, he's, preparing the utensils, if he has assistants, he's telling them prepare the dough, or he has something or the other is going on. So he or she is enjoying the whole process of putting a meal together. Once the meal is ready, do you think it's over? No. Next day it would be another meal. Or after one more hour, there will be another meal, So it doesn't stop. So basically mission is something which is also an ongoing thing. Once this farmer that I'm talking about, a person who's not born in a farmer family, decides to be a farmer at the age of 20, starts saving money, starts studying about it, does a lot of self-study and sacrifices all personal joys, like does not get married like other people, does not have children, but thinks that, I'm going to spread a word about it, I'm going to write about it, I'm going to tell people how wonderful it is to do this, how amazing it is to do this. And even if he is not a superstar like coming on the theater, on the movies, your mission is something that stays on to you till the end of your life, till the last breath. Like Buddha had a mission that, he wanted to spread the, spirituality, his techniques to the people. And he kept doing that. And it's like once you get a mission, then there will be more and more challenges up your way. Even when he was breathing his last breath, somebody walked up to him and said that please teach me this. So he was like, this is my mission. This is why I'm here on planet Earth. So even if somebody comes to me at my deathbed, I have to give them the solution or give them the answer. So finding your mission is the most important thing. Was Buddha not married to his wife? Buddha even had a son. But he realized that my mission is not just the marriage or, raising my boy. For me, this whole family, this whole world is my family, you know. So I need to figure out the reason why I'm here. Why am I here on planet Earth? What am I here to learn? What am I here to figure out? So please don't get too carried away with these 3D concepts of love and relationships. Some of the people find out about their mission after their marriage also. So that's why they only become the runner and they separate themselves. And then, you know, finally when their partners figure it out that, you know, my husband's or my wife's mission is this on planet Earth, or they are like this or they are like that, when they get it, then automatically they meet again. But then that is nothing to do, you know, that cannot be a union or reunion scenario, because, you know, these words create confusion. These words that we speak on the internet, they are the ones that create confusion. The union and the reunion actually happens within you, you know. So you need to get in union with yourself. Right now, your mind is divided. Your mind is separated into conscious, subconscious, you know, and unconscious. So because of the division of your mind, and then later on, you know, it becomes subconscious and conscious mind, you know. So some people have these divisions and these problems, and their mind is divided into so many sections that they have disorders like bipolar disorders or multiple personality disorder or narcissistic personality disorder. People who have bipolar disorder, usually they are nice people. They don't want to harm others, so they harm themselves, and at the end, most people with bipolar, they try to kill themselves, you know. The ones with narcissistic, these are the people who are, you know, very selfish and self-centered, and they don't care hurting other people. They are not probably going to go out and kill people. But if a psycho murderer or someone with a multiple personality disorder problem also has a NPD, then even if the law catches them, you know, they will find out some way to get out of it. And there are so many of these documentaries on Netflix you can watch. I give these documentaries during the therapy sessions when we are studying, when we go deeper into the study of mind, because some people like to do therapy for a longer period of time. After the first few sessions only, they decide that, you know, I'm going to study metaphysics deeply and I'm going to dedicate my life to it. So that's a part of your mission. Your mission, finding your mission is, I think, one of the biggest achievements in the twin flame journey that you can have, and being committed to the mission, you know. So you can get married, you can be in relationship, that doesn't matter. It should not stop you from your mission. So as I was saying about this person who chose to be a farmer, this person was probably dating someone and that person left him, you know, when they were in this corporate culture doing business or doing work together, and, you know, his girlfriend was like, no, I don't want to do this. This is so stupid. Why you want to do this? I'd rather marry a wealthy businessman. So she chose to marry a businessman and she did whatever. And after 20 years, she realized that, no, what the hell was I thinking? What the hell was I doing? And she's finding out about her ex-boyfriend, who's now a farmer, probably writing articles, teaching people on how to do farming, has his own YouTube channel, and things are going good for him. Now she's like, maybe I made a mistake. And then she goes back to him and she says, hey, and she's expecting, like, you know, in one day the wonder will happen. He will come back running to her arms. Come on, he's a man who chose a mission, okay? He's a man on a mission. What the hell are you thinking? That he'll see you and he'll come running in your arms, even though you were a runner at one time? No, lady, that doesn't work. That doesn't happen. You also need to become worthy of him. So love is not about just marrying your twin flame or soulmate or anyone or whatever lover. Love and marriage should be about being with someone who's worthy of you and who can support you in your mission on planet Earth, because this is not a permanent station for anyone. This is a temporary place. Okay? In a temporary place, what are you expecting? You are thinking of settling down in a temporary place. That never happens. So Earth is a school, Earth is a place, Earth is a area that we all work. We are here to work. We are here to volunteer. Okay. And those who are not aware about it, about this fact, some of them, because of God's wish only, because of the hukum only, they are born to not know about it. They are just here to either receive the fruits of their good karma. So they come here, they just enjoy. They don't even do anything sinful. They come here, they live a certain type of life, and that's it. They might probably support someone unknowingly or knowingly. Some people are here because they did some bad karma, so they are just here to get punished. That's all they will do. They'll get punished throughout their life, and then at the end of the life, it will be over. Then there are some people who are here to learn or figure out and things like that. So then there are some people who are volunteering. Then, there is this whole war going on between the divines and the asuras. So divines are doing their thing. They are here to maintain the balance on planet Earth, they think. And the asuras are thinking, oh, we should be the one to rule it. We should be the one to teach people that it's the materialistic things that take you to God. They are saying, no, it's the soul that takes you to God. Blah, blah, blah. They are fighting their own war. So you need to be above all of this. So mission work teaches you a lot of things. Mission is not just, again, a project that you're on. Mission is about figuring out, a way to become neutral. But you do it through something you love, and you do it through something that comes naturally to you. It is not something that you can fake. It is not something that you can just pretend to be, It is something that will be your thing, So here in this case also, your mirror is going to be the person. The perfect mirror is going to be the person who does not scare you. You don't look at the image and you start screaming. Even though you may not like something about the image, you are going to accept it. You are going to be like, okay, this is what it is. Fine. As long as you're getting scared, or as long as you're getting too, you're craving it. Like you look at the image and you're like, oh wow, what an image. What a beautiful image. I want it. If you say, I want it, you're craving. If you say, I don't want it, you are in aversion. Or else there is attachment. You've got too attached to that image. Nothing works actually, So as long as you are able to objectively observe it, that's the whole thing. But you can do it the best way if you do it through the mission, because the mission makes you very selfless, It makes you very selfless. It makes you happy. It makes you detached. It makes you feel like you're not the doer. You get lots and lots of energy. And if you're going wrong, you're making mistakes, you're like, oh my God, today I found out this. At the same time, you have this self-respect is developed. You're not in a hurry. You're not scared of death. You're like, whatever's gonna happen, it will happen. That's what mission does to you. Alright? So, for your personal situation, you can check out the description box and write to me at TheSunamoon@gmail.com. There are lots of ways that you can work with me. You can book a therapy with me and personally work with me, or else you can get my book In the Name of Love. The link is given in the description box. You can also join this channel and become a member, and you will then get access to all the live sessions that we have done so far in the past. And there would be some other videos also which are only for the members. So therapies, a membership, book, lots and lots is happening over here. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out.